Hello fellow Earthlings, my name is Darren, and today I actually have a video that is not all doom and gloom. If you've seen any of the videos I've put out so far, you know that my videos kind of focus on some of the problems and the crises that the Caribbean are facing, only because they're so numerous and severe in nature. But today, I figured that I would be a little bit more upbeat. So I plan on living in the Caribbean in the future on a part-time basis, despite all the social, economic, and environmental problems that are currently wreaking havoc on the region. And why is that, you may ask? Why would I want to live in a region that has so much political instability, widespread poverty, deficiencies in infrastructure and institutions, existentially threatening natural disasters, and, worst of all for me, mosquitoes? To answer that question, here are just 5 things that I absolutely love about life in the Caribbean. Number 1, our nature. Beaches, waterfalls, hiking trails, you name it. The neotropical zone in which the Caribbean is located has some of the most breathtaking landscapes and biomes in the world, and it's just so good for my mental. The neotropical, and this includes with our wildlife. I just absolutely love sitting on a porch or in somebody's yard in the Caribbean, watching the hummingbirds do their thing. It is absolutely mesmerizing, and there's just absolutely nothing like it. Number 2 thing that I love about life in the Caribbean, the people. Don't get me wrong, I acknowledge that the people can actually also be the worst thing about life in the Caribbean. But as much as you can definitely find plenty of people in the Caribbean who are rude, hostile, ignorant, and untrustworthy, you can find, I'd say, twice as many people in the Caribbean who are incredibly kind, generous, accepting, trustworthy, and wildly brilliant. In spite of the lingering social issues in the Caribbean, of which there are many, it's been really heartening to discover that in a region as diverse and rapidly transforming as the Caribbean, there has been space for people like me, who is well Americanized, I'm a whole Yankee, stush, bookish, bisexual, hippie, who is admittedly a little bit out there. Let me just wrap up this section by saying real briefly that I love my people. I love how patriotic Caribbean people are. I love the amazing sense of humor that Caribbean people all have. I love how Oidas laugh. I love how Oidas talk. I love how Oidas dance. I love how Oidas wine. I love how Oidas cook. I love everything about my people and my culture. I love Oya real bad. Number 3 thing that I love about the Caribbean, the food. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how come food is number 3 on this list? I'm telling you that this is not in any particular order, okay? So I travel quite a bit, and I live in the New York City area, so I have tasted food from all over the world. I have found things that I really, really like, things that are really tasty and really interesting. But I joke with my family that my palate is spoiled because I was born on an island that I think has the best food in the world, and I cannot find anything that I like better than Caribbean food. Mind you, this is coming from a whole Dutty vegan, okay? So believe it or not, when I'm in Trinidad or Grenada or Bahamas, I am still able to find plant-based options that are culture-specific, interesting, thrilling, healthy, delicious, and in my opinion, impossible to beat. Number 4 on this list is the pace of life in the Caribbean. So this one is a little bit more abstract, but I'm gonna try to explain it to the best of my ability. So in the Caribbean, people plan to do things all the time, and sometimes those plans come together, sometimes those plans don't, and sometimes things happen that are completely unexpected, that are even better than any plan that you could possibly make. The most fascinating thing about this, especially to my Yankee eyes, is the fact that everybody living in the Caribbean just accepts this. They accept that plans that they've made can just crumble in an instant right before they're supposed to happen, or plans just spontaneously and organically fall together. And it really changes people's relationship to time and to one another. And it's much less stressful, you know? I will admit that I was really frustrated by the ways in which people organize their time and, have relationships to commitments as an American going back to the Caribbean. But over the years, I've learned to appreciate the ways in which this way of honoring the spontaneous and the serendipitous can really cultivate moments of joy that are really unexpected. And number 5, the potential. Every time I visit a new country or return to a country in the Caribbean, I'm just blown away by the fact that each and every country in and around the West Indian region has something incredibly beautiful, valuable, and interesting that is unique and endemic to that country. For example, rum, cannabis, and coffee are highly profitable international industries with deep and intimate ties to Caribbean culture. Yet the potential that exists for the Caribbean in those three industries alone has not translated to the type of prosperity that I personally would like to see for the Caribbean, and that can really unlock other aspects about our culture and our way of being. This realization always comes with the lament that there are just so many forces within our individual countries, within our region, and internationally that hold us back from being able to take the unique things about our region and our countries and turn them into exports that can truly make the Caribbean a paradise for every single person born there. Anyway, this was not supposed to be a doom and gloom video. I just want to say that there's just so much potential that I'm constantly seeing when I go to the Caribbean for a beautiful, paradisaical existence there. And I just am so inspired every time I go there. And there you have it. Those are 5 things that I love about life in the Caribbean. We're going to be back to more doom and gloom videos in about 2 weeks. So I hope you enjoyed this one, because you're not going to get another happy video again. Bye, everyone.